Hey you guys, this is Tracy Panase with Just Between Friends, and I'd like to thank you for signing up to help with our clothing and shoe inspection. So I'm going to tell you all the details, everything that you need to know so that you come to the sale prepared. The first thing is that when you actually arrive at the event, you're going to check in with our team member coordinator, that's Kim Rose, and she will tell you who your team leader is. Prior to that, we will be giving you a t-shirt. So all 4-hour volunteers this season will be given a t-shirt that you can wear for your shift. That's so our shoppers can easily identify who the team members are. Your shirts are going to be red and they're short sleeves so you can plan accordingly. Otherwise, you just want to wear comfortable shoes, comfortable pants so that you're able to do your job. But t-shirts will be given at consignor drop-off, so you will have them in time for your shift. After you're all checked in, you'll be introduced to your team leader. It'll either be the clothing team leader or the shoe team leader, and they're going to tell you exactly what you need to do. So if you are assigned to clothing inspection, your team leader is going to give you one of these handy lanyards with pink tape, and I will explain to you what that's for. So just put that around your neck, and then you're going to get to work. So all of the clothing is going to be dropped off by our sellers by size and by gender. So for the purpose of this example, you just want to assume this is all the same size and all the same gender. It's not, but just pretend that it is. So I'm just going to show you some examples of what's acceptable and what's not. When you're doing clothing inspection, you're looking specifically for two things. Number one, for seasonality. This is a spring-summer sale, so you want to think sunshine, things that your child would typically wear between the months of April and September. And the other thing that we're looking for is condition. So things have to be free of rips, stains, tears. They must smell good and they must look good. We don't want things that smell like smoke or have dog hair on it or other things like that, because children, as we know, have allergies, and that's just yucky. Who wants to buy that stuff? So let's look, starting first for seasonality. So these particular items are great for summer because they're swimsuits. And so as you're going through the rack, you want to very quickly, and I would emphasize the word quickly, scan the items, because we have hundreds of thousands of items and each and every one of them has to be looked at. So I'm looking to make sure on swimsuits that basically there's no excessive pilling on the bottom. If it's for little boy swim trunks, you want to kind of pull at the elastic to make sure that elastic is not rotted out, and just kind of give it a once over, put it back on the rack, and keep going. Here are some rash guard shirts, and if I pull this off the rack and I look at it a little bit more closely, this one would not be accepted because there's fraying through the fabric. Likewise, you're looking to make sure there's no stain. So obviously this is not going to be acceptable because it's stained. You will be working with a partner, and so while one of you is going down this side of racks, your partner is going down the opposite side, and you two are going to be sharing a rolling rack in the middle. So as I pull this item as being unacceptable, I'm going to put it on the other rack. That means that this is not going to be eligible for sale. So we'll just put that aside for now, and I'll explain what we do with it later, but you're going to put it on the rack. Other things where there are some gray areas. The general policy for the spring-summer sale is no long sleeves unless it's under 24 months. So this item, it does have long sleeves. It's a size 3 months, so this would be okay for seasonality. However, if you look at this, around the neck of infant items, that's generally where we see the problem areas, where there are stains from formula. And the lighting in our venues really illuminates that stuff. So this would not be acceptable because of the staining around the neck. You're going to have stickers that will be given to you when you check in. So they're going to say excessive wear, stain, or out of season. And so I'm going to take one of my stickers, and we will also be giving you an apron so you can actually have the stickers on you. Okay, so you're going to put the sticker on the back of the tag. You do not want to put the sticker on the front of the tag, because if it covers the barcode or if it covers the consignor number, we are unable to scan it and return it to consignor. So once the sticker is on it, then you're going to put it on your rolling rack and you're going to continue on to the next item. So now we're into some teenage girl items. This particular shirt would be okay. It's 3/4 lengths, but it's very lightweight fabric, and it's light in color. So although the sleeves are a little bit longer, this is fine. This item, it's light in color, it's full length, and there's also a stain on this item. And so this would not be accepted. We would sticker it and we would put it aside. So continuing on, vests are for winter. So anything fleece, that's generally for winter. So we're gonna sticker this with the yellow sticker, which is out of season. And again, you don't wanna ruin that tag on the item because this can be brought back in the fall. There's nothing wrong with this item other than the fact that it's more appropriate for our fall winter sale. So let's talk about hoodies. So we do accept hoodies with a zipper because those can be worn as jackets in the summer months. There are some exceptions though. So this particular hoodie, it is fleece lined. So this is something we would be unable to accept for the spring summer sale. However, a hoodie like this, which is lighter in color, it's not fleece lined, this would be perfect to wear to the beach or to the pool. This is going to be acceptable. This one is out of season. Same thing with other jackets. So raincoats are fine, winter coats are not. Moving on to the boys' clothing. So we do accept items for sports teams that play in the spring. So the Phillies, long sleeve or short sleeves are fine. This is a Penn State shirt. Whoops. And this is 3/4 lengths. This would be okay. It's lightweight. And this is something that would be worn in the summer. I've had a lot of questions about Eagles because we're all into the Eagles right now. So short sleeve Eagles items are fine. If you have like a little cheerleading outfit that's sleeveless, that's fine too. Save your sweatshirts and things for the Eagles for the fall sales because that will be just in time for the fall football season. Moving on to pants. So shorts are perfectly acceptable for this season, as are lightweight and light colored pants. So this is a khaki pant. That's going to be fine. The condition is great. When you look at these particular pants, they're long pants and they're darker in color. So this would be considered out of season. So we would sticker this out of season and we would keep moving on to our next items. Short sleeve polos are good. Short sleeve button downs for boys are good. But if you have like a longer item like this, which is flannel, and also long sleeve, this is appropriate for the fall sale. If this were a lighter color and a lighter weight material, even though it's long sleeves for a little boy, this could be okay. It's something perhaps that a little boy would wear for Easter, or they might wear for a spring summer wedding. But this, because of the weight and the color of the fabric, this is going to be unacceptable. Skirts for girls. So these little types of swing skirts are fine. These are black, however, they're a really lightweight material, and they're also, it's like a culotte type thing. That's going to be fine for little girls. When we talk about holidays, one of our sales is before Easter. That's the Oak sale. The other three are after Easter. So this dress has the Easter bunny on it. This would be fine for the Oak sale. However, it's not going to be acceptable for the 3 sales that we have in April because of the timing of Easter. So spring summer dresses are totally fine for all 4 of the sales, but things that specifically have the Easter bunny on it for the sales that fall after Easter are going to be considered out of season. These dresses are fine. Again, it's lightweight, light in color. But if you have something like this, which is sleeveless, so yes, sleeveless is good. However, this material is suede and it's gray. This would be more appropriate for fall. So we're going to sticker this as out of season and we're going to keep moving on. Some of the other questions that we get are about pajamas. So lightweight pajamas, even with long sleeves, if the fabric is cotton and it's a real thin cotton like this, even this has got long sleeves and long pants, this is something that you could wear during the summer months. There is a difference between that type of fabric and this. So this is thermal on the top and these are fleece bottoms. This is something we would sticker as out of season, put that aside for our fall sales. For girls' pajamas, same thing. So this is a nightgown. It's obviously got summer sandals on it. This is lightweight, short sleeves. That would be okay. However, this item, which is fleece and more of a holiday themed print, this is going to be something that we're going to save for the fall. Finally, that same subject comes up when it is related to corduroy. So some corduroy is really light, but as a rule, just because we get so much stuff and we want to sell your items, we generally do not accept any corduroy for the spring summer sale. So this is something that, although it's pink, we're going to put this aside, and this is going to be something for the fall winter sales as well. Finally, when you're looking at items like this, you just want to make sure all the buttons are in place. You want to make sure that all zippers are zippered and that everything is in good general quality, as well as for the appropriate season. For maternity items, we will be inspecting those as well. Maternity includes brands such as Mimi Maternity, Pea in the Pod, Motherhood, Gap and Old Navy both have a line for maternity, as does Ann Taylor. It does not include women's clothing or plus size clothing. So if you see things like Chico's or Talbot's or other things like Banana Republic or J. Crew, that is not appropriate for our sale. For maternity, we're looking for the brands that I just mentioned as well as condition. You are not inspecting for seasonality. So we do take all seasons for maternity. The other area where there can be some question are juniors. So juniors clothing are brands like American Eagle, Abercrombie, Aeropostale, Lululemon, and those types of things that teenage girls wear. They range in sizes from 00 to size 5. Again, no women's clothing should be included as a junior. So when you are completely done with your section, before you move on to the next set of racks, you're going to grab some of your plastic tape and you are going to tie all of the hangers together so that the next person who comes along knows that this area has already been checked. So if you see anything that is tied with landscape tape, you know that you can continue on to the next set of clothing that is not tied off. All right, so the last thing you're going to do is when you and your partner have filled your rolling rack completely, we're going to sort these rejected items into various buckets. So you're going to have A through M, N through Z, and then a donate box. And at the sale, we actually use very large laundry carts. So you're going to look at the tag, and this is an M, so this is going to go in the A through M basket. An E, this will go in the A through M basket. Things that are marked with a circle D for donate, such as this and such as this, are going to go into the donate basket, and then you will continue on and continue to inspect. All right, let's talk about shoes. So for shoes, you're also looking for the appropriate season and you're looking at the condition. We are very picky about shoes because our experience tells us that shoppers do not wish to purchase dirty, yucky shoes. So let's talk first about seasonality. Again, just like clothing, these are shoes that your child would generally wear between the months of April and September. So things like flip-flops are good. Also, water shoes such as these. We accept both cleats and dance shoes at the fall winter sale as well as spring summer. And then shoes like this for a little boy, these would be great to wear in the summer. They're boat shoes, and these are great. The types of shoes that we are not accepting for the spring summer sale would include snow boots. You want to save those for the fall. Slippers that are clearly more winter themed. If you have character slippers, things like with Barney or Elmo or other popular characters, those are okay, or more of a flip-flop type of slipper, those are good as well. Other areas where there is some gray area is something like this for a girl shoe. Although it's not completely covered, this is suede and the colors are darker. These are something that we would save for the fall sale. In addition to looking at the condition and seasonality, size also matters with shoes. So we accept up to size 7.5 adult, which is equivalent to a 5.5 big kids. So anything from size 8 adult up or size 6 big kid or up, we are unable to accept because we are catering more to smaller children. Just like with the clothing, you're going to mark any shoes that are no thank yous, things that we're unable to accept, with the appropriate sticker. So it's either going to be excessive wear or out of season. You will put that sticker on the back of the tag, and then you will pre-sort it just like we did with the clothing. A through M, N through Z, or donate, and then you will move on to your next pair of shoes. A couple of other things that you really want to be careful in looking for at shoes are the toe area. So anything that is like scuffed in the leather that cannot be repaired or fixed with shoe polish, that's going to be unacceptable. The soles are very important. So with dance shoes or with cleats, we give our consigners a little bit more grace, where there's going to be they're going to be a little dirtier than regular shoes, but there should not be mud caked into the soles of the shoes. Also looking at the shoe laces to make sure they're not frayed or damaged or any way, and then inside the shoe so that that is all intact. And then finally, in terms of appropriateness, again, remember this is a kid's sale, so we don't want, even if it falls within the size guidelines, if it's a stiletto heel, that's something that we are unable to accept.